Hey everybody, it's 45 degrees in the shop, and we're going to play some Age of Fantasy Skirmish. We're finally done with the hot, oppressive days of summer, and here we are in the fall. I'm wearing my Midwest uniform out in the garage, and we got two different warbands for Age of Fantasy Skirmish. These are both made by Bestiarium or Beastarium or Bestiarium Minis. But let's go over them. So these are our deep sea elves. Our very deep sea elves. You could say they are our deep one elves. But in this warband, we have a scholar. He's just got a hand weapon, but he also has caster of 2, so he gets to play with all the fun spells they have. We'll go over as they pop off. And then we have 5 depth horrors with heavy hand weapons. Just because, I mean, look at them. Why would I not take these as depth horrors? And these are our dark elves, a little darker than normal. Let's see, we have a dark noble in the middle with a heavy halberd, and she would be riding a raptor or a mount, but I mean she's a spider, so hey, we're close enough there. Then we have 3 witches, all with dual hand weapons, and then we have 3 snake sisters, or more in this case, spider brothers. I don't know, they all have blood glaives, which are 3 attacks apiece rending. So, this is going to be more of a grim dark, even though I'm all happy I should be in the grim darkness of some cave somewhere. No, I can't pull that off the whole video. So, let's move on to look at the table. I come to the realization I might have had way too much coffee this morning. But, okay, this is our table. We have 3 objectives marked out here using our big wide black objective pads. We are going for a kind of rocky cave with a little bit of vegetation growth in it, and spooky because Halloween's coming. But yeah, this is what we're going to be going for here. This is what our deployment is. We got witches, we got the snake sisters, and our noble. Then we got caster, depth horror over there. And I'll do my usual overview. And today I'm going to try to include tactics. Like a little tactics breakdown during every turn. So, let's go on to that. So in today's game, we're going to play a variation on a scenario. We're going to kind of cram 2 things together. The first part of it is there are 3 objectives on the board. And each objective at the end of the game is worth 3 victory points. Now, because this is a war game, we all like killing stuff and rolling dice and taking models off the board. If you kill an enemy hero, which each one has a hero today, it's going to be 2 victory points. If you kill an enemy unit, it's going to be 1 victory point. And if you rout an enemy warband, it's going to be an additional victory point. And I'll try to keep this is before I edit all this, so I'm going to try to put a score tracker in the bottom, make it look all pretty for you. Here we go, welcome back to the dice box. Someone said to put a piece of felt in it, so we did, and we're going to check it out. I also had all kinds of stuff printed to decorate the dice box and all the army lists I want to do this weekend. And of course, I left it at work, because I'm a mook. At 5:30 on a Friday, I'm like, I'm out of here. Oh wait, I forgot something. Alright, so, let's see who gets priority in the activation. We're going to do the deep ones, and then the dark elves. The dark elves go first. We're going to have these witches over here are just going to creep forward. Then on this flank, we're going to have the depth horror go first. We're going to go just to about there. I have our spider bro here with Strider. He's going to move himself to there. Got our depth horror here because these are 1.5 inches, so it'll be 1.5, 3. Okay, so he can get to about here with his climbing. We're gonna have another spider bro. He's gonna run underneath here. So he's just gonna be chilling up underneath. We're gonna have this depth horror. He's gonna climb. He's gonna make it to about there. Last spider bro. Yeah, we're gonna put him right at the edge of that objective. This guy. Run to the bush. Our spider queen here. To there. That was the end of the dark elves. Now for the deep sea elves. This guy, we're just going to put him right about there. Then our caster here, the scholar, he's going to go this way just 6 inches. And he is just going to bank his 2 casting dice. So we'll just keep them with him, and he's going to hold on to them until next turn. So on turn 1, both of the warbands are just maneuvering towards the middle of the board. Neither of them willing to fully commit to jumping on those objectives because they don't want to be jumped on first. So what we're going to see here is this turn we're going to see some combat. It's just a question of who's going to jump on who first. First move by the dark elves. They are going to move to the edge of that objective. This guy is going to continue his move up here. He's going to go ahead and make a full move right up there at the top. Knowing that whoever moves next is going to be bait. This spider bro, he's going to be the one that comes here and he's going to be bait. Seeing that, the deep ones decide, let's get this party started. He's going to charge in there. Depth Horror gets 2 attacks, hitting on a 4. So he's got 1 hit. The Snake Sister saves on a 4, but it's AP 1, so it's 1 wound that goes through. Our Snake Sister, or Spider Brother, is going to attack, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, both are rending, so that means the Depth Guard, the Terror needs a 6, and he fails them both. So they're down to 1 wound left on the Depth Horror, and 2 wounds left on the Snake Sisters, and then the sounds and clangings of blades and tentacles ring out. Everybody knows it's time to stop pussyfooting around. This Spider Bro, because they got Strider, is going to be able to ignore all the difficult terrain here and just jump down to take on this Depth Guard. Hopefully, that means that it's going to grab the objective and it's going to stop all the Depth Guard from coming through that spot. Why do I call them Depth Guard? They're Depth Terrors. Depth Guard. What is Depth Guard? Put in the comments, what's a Depth Guard? Where am I getting that from? Now, the Spider Bro would normally hit on a 3, but because the Depth Terror, the Depth Horror has the Constrict ability, it means everybody's -1 to hit them because I guess, tentacles and stuff. Tentacles going places they ain't supposed to be. So hitting on a 4. Okay, we got 2 hits. Hitting on a 4. Oh, how did I get a cocked in there? Okay, 2 saves. First attacks back. Oh, 2 misses. They're banging and clanging against each other. No hits no damage is scored. Next activation, this Depth Terror is going to run through because he has Strider and ignores all the difficult terrain into combat there. I guess it helps when you got 8 tentacles attached to your face. Or attacks hits on a 4. We got 1 hit. AP 1, so the Snake Sister saves on a 5. We got a save. Sister attacks back, needs a 6. Ooh, we got 2 6s, so that's 2 rendings. 2 saves, looking for a 6. Oh, 2 fails. No wounds given and 2 wounds received. I don't think this is going the way those Depth Terrors thought it was going to. Spider Mama, instead of putting herself in direct danger, is going to run across the top here to there to see how things develop on either side of that hill. Our caster friend, our Scholar, is going to move to boop, 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 to here. Get him closer to the objective. That means he's going to go to 4 casting dice, and he's going to go ahead and use those right now. He's going to cast Crushing Pressure, which has a spell cost of 3, and he's going to take 1 more to bump it to a +1, so it goes off on a 3. Oop, oh, of course, it's off screen. There we go, it goes off. So that means that 2 enemies within 9 inches take 2 hits apiece, so we're going to go off of the Dark Noble. She needs a 4 to save. She's going to take 1. And then the Spider Bro needs a 5. He fails them both. So there we go. We got 1 wound, or 2 wounds left on the Spider Sister and 1 wound left on the Spider Bro. And the caster feels really smug because he's doing the most damage out of anybody. I'm just a little guy. I shoot brain bullets. We got our little trapdoor spider down there. He's going to check to see where he is in comparison to everybody else. He's going to be just out of range to charge anybody, but they do want to get closer to the action. He's going to sit on the objective. We're going to activate this Depth Horror. He's just going to charge into here to fight. 1 wound left. He might do some damage. He's got his 2 attacks and only hit on a 6, so we fail. Spider Bro attacks back, hitting on a 6, and nothing. We got a bunch of tentacles and chitinous legs just slapboxing each other there on the edge of the objective. So on this side here, that guy over there, he's gonna not be able to get that far because it would be an extra 3 inches. He's not gonna be able to make that charge. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna run here to the middle. And he's gonna chill and wait to see what each side does Well, what each side of that hill does, just like the Spider Sisters doing. So in turn 2, both different war bands had to make some tough choices on which path to go down, on which objective to fight over. And the dice are swinging in odd ways, I think. So in turn 3, hopefully we're going to see some death and some victory points given out. Because right now the score is still 0-0. Moving on to turn 3. Opening move turn 3, as usual, the witches are going to come here to the middle and sit on this objective. Depth Terror in the middle sees his shot at glory. He's going to charge into the noble, the Dark Noble Spider Sister. 2 attacks hitting on a 4. Oh, whiff. Whiff, that's not good. The Dark Noble's attacks back would be a 3, but now it's a 4 because of the constrict rule. So that's 2 with 1 hit and 1 rending. So the regular hit, but that is a fail. And then the rending needs a 6. That fails as well. Didn't quite go how you thought it would, did it, buddy? Now in the middle, this Spider Bro is going to attack this Depth Terror that started off the whole thing. 3 attacks hitting on a 4. Oof. Thor attack back. We got 1 hit. Even on a 5. It passes. Once again, no wounds going through. Combat in this game seems to be awful weird. Nothing is dying! We're going to have this Depth Terror here is going to attack right there. 2 attacks hitting on a 4. Nothing. Oh my lord. Spider Sister. Or Snake Sister. Spider Bro. 1 hit. Hitting on a 4. It passes. I don't know what's going on. Everyone is just slap fighting. Alright, I had to put some tokens out just to remember who's actually attacked. And now over here, we're going to have this Spider Bro is going to do a heavy charge on the caster. So the heavy charge means he gets +1 to hit because when he charged, it was over 3 inches but under 6 inches. So for the Spider Bro / Snake Sister, we're hitting on a 2. So we got 2 hits. The Scholar saves on a 5. We have 1 wound. Scholar attacks back hitting on a 3. Oh, we got 2 hits. He's got no special rules because he's just a dude with a stick. Specialty is brain bullets. So the saving on a 4. 2 saves. Again, not much damage going through. Alright, over here we're going to have the one that already attacked back but didn't activate is now going to activate an attack here. So he's going to need 6s to hit. So he's got 2 attacks hitting on a 6. Oh, 1 hit. Snake Sister, Spider Bro saves on a 5, so there'll be 1 wound that goes through. Spider attacks looking for a 6. Got nothing. Everybody over there still standing strong. Now Spider Mama on the hill is going to deal with this problem. She's got 3 attacks, but she's already fought this turn, so needs a 6 to hit and fails it all. The Depth Horror returns the strikes, needing a 6, and he fails again. Maybe it's amount of legs divided by amount of tentacles equals damage that goes through, because I really can't explain why nothing is happening in these fights. This caster, he going to back out, our Scholar, and he's going to take his 2 spell power. He's going to take a 2 spell power and cast Erode Soul, so it has a spell power of 2. He's looking for a 4, and it fails. What do you expect? I'm just a dude with a stick. Last activation for the spiders will be this guy here. He's going to attack the Depth Horror in front of him. And he's already fought, looking for a 6 to hit. Hey, we got 1 hit. 6 to save because it was rending. That's a fail. Depth Terror needs a 6 to hit because he's already fought. Oh, Lord, here we go. 5s to save. 2 fails. So because they've taken 1 wound over the threshold, and then 1 more wound. On top of that, looking for a 4 up, or no, looking for 3 up to stick around. And they do. So what happens is they are knocked out. Ooh, if I can unhook them there. There we go. Boom, knocked out. On his side. Next, we're going to activate the last Depth Horror in the middle to continue the slap fight over the middle objective. This one's not activated, not attacked yet, so he hits on a 4. Wow. Snake Bro fights back, looking for a 6. Nothing. Slap fight continues. So now, we're going to move to this sneaky guy. We're going to try, and I'm going to look up the rules for a leap attack because he wants to block into here. So here we go. Looks like I remembered a rule that doesn't exist. So we're going to house rule something here. That is a 6-inch fall, which we're going to use the falling rules, which means that he automatically takes 1 hit with 1 AP for every 3 inches. So that means it's going to be AP 2. We're going to say because it's a fall, he's going to be -1 to hit. And because he's fallen from such a high height, his attacks are also going to have AP 2. Sure, that works. The hit on him at AP 2, oh, he actually saves. He's going to be at -1 to hit. He misses completely. So then the Witcher's going to go, wait a minute. What are these falling tentacles doing? So they have 2 attacks apiece, hitting on a 4, but because of constrict, it'll be a 5. They have 2 hits. Saves on a 4. He fails them both. Oh, buddy, that did not go how you thought it was gonna go. So on turn 3, we finally got our first model that is stunned. He's not knocked out. I might have said knocked out when I recorded it the first time, but he's just stunned. So, we're going to go into turn 4. Combats are kind of where they're going to be. And we'll see how things progress from there. It's just a push to see who ends up with the objectives and who gets some knocked out kill points. This activation, this guy going to stand up. And that's his whole activation. On the center objective, we're going to have this depth horror here. It's going to attack this spider bro. 2 attacks hitting on a 4. We got 1 hit. So Spider Bro saves on 5. He fails. Okay, with his 1 wound over the threshold, he needs a 4 better to stay. He stays. So that means he's going to be stunned. And then the next activation, he's going to stand back up. Next activation going to be these witches fighting the depth terror horror, whatever it is. 6 attacks hitting on a 5. Ooh, we got 3 hits. Thor saving on a 4. He passes all 3. Depth horror attacks. He whiffs completely. I did that backwards. That was supposed to be his activation, but yeah, slap fight. Nothing really happened. Over here, this spider bro is going to attack here. So 3 attacks hitting on a 4 because of the, what is it called? Constrict. But we got 2 rendings and 1 regular hit. These need a 6. Both failed. The 1 regular hit needs a 4. It passes. 4 attacks, hitting on a 4. 2 6s, saving on a 4. Or no, saving on a 5. Either way, make them both. All right, we got some big damage going through it finally. This Mr. Depth Horror here is going to attack there. 2 attacks hitting on a 4. Wow, snake eyes. Spider Bros attacks back, looking for a 6. Nothing. And the slap fight in the middle continues. Now let's activate these girls here. We're going to do this in the right order this time. 6 attacks hitting on a 6 because they've already gone. So 1 hit. Hitting on a 4. Passes. 2 attacks hitting on a 6. Ooh, 1 hit. Saving on a 6. Passes. How can my dice be hot and simultaneously cold at the same time? Alright, Depth Horror here is going to fight Spider Mom. 2 attacks on a 4. Whiff. Spider Mom, 3 attacks on a 4. We got 2 hits. 7 on a 5. 2 go through. I needs a 4+ to be knocked out or knocked out or stunned, and he is going to be knocked out. So it only took 4 turns, but finally somebody is off the board. Spider-Man going to take her little victory lap this direction. The Depth Horror here is going to fight into the one that was knocked out previously. He's already attacked in the other guy's activation, so he's only going to hit on a 6. So he hits on a 6. Oh, we got a 6. And then the other guy will save on a 4. He fails. That puts him at needing a 3 up to stick around. So with that, he is out of there. Going to take his little victory lap this way. So then the last person up is going to be that caster right there. And he is going to stand there and cast a spell. Since he can still see her, he's going to fire at Mama Spider. He's going to use Erode Soul, which is 2 spell power. Look for 4. It goes off. To hit at AP2, she needs a 6 to save. And fails. She's still rocking out with 1 wound left. So at the end of turn 4, the score is tied at 1-1 because everything is contested. And each team has only killed one enemy or knocked out one enemy unit. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to roll dice. We're going on to turn number 5. First activation is going to be an eternal slap fight. This guy going to fight that guy. 3 attacks hitting on a 4. We got 2 hits. Saves on a 4. Oh, 1 goes through. So on a 5 or 6, he's knocked out. Nah, he's just stunned. And down he goes. Oop. Instead of immediately jumping up, the depth guard are going to, not depth guard, the deep sea elves, the depth horror, is going to charge over here into that guy. 2 attacks hitting on a 4. 1 hit. 1 save on a 5. Failed to save. 3 attacks back on a 4. Ooh, we got 1 rending, 1 regular hit. 1 rending goes through, and the 1 regular hit also goes through. Seemed to backfire on him now since he's got 2 wounds over the limit. He needs a 3 or less? 4 to 5 to 6. Yeah, he needs a 3 or less. He's just stunned. Nobody dies the first time around here. Blah. So big old fat booty spider mama is going to come to the edge and charge this guy. And when you charge a stunned unit, he's automatically knocked out. Over on this objective, our depth terror is going to try to take out some witches. Attacks hitting on a 4. Whiff. Witches attack back hitting on a 5. We got 1 hit. Depth dude saving on a 4. He fails. Looking for a 4 or less. Yep, he's just going to be stunned. Ball's over there. So that was his activation. So because he's stunned, the witches is going to attack him. They're just going to knock him out. In the center, the depth terror that has not attacked yet is going to fight against this guy right here. 2 attacks hitting on a 4. 2 hits. 2 saves on a 5. Failed them both. Now looking for a 2 or less. No, he's going to get knocked out. And he is removed from play. On the spider side, since he's already knocked out, he's just going to attack him. And he's going to go away. Unable to get through to make it to the objective, our caster is just going to come up here and he's going to fire a spell off at Spider Mama. Going to try to cast Erode Soul on a 4. It goes off. So Spider Mama takes 1 hit. 1 hit at AP minus 2. She passes. What a difference 1 turn can make. Let's see, at the end of turn 4, we were tied at 1-1, but now at the end of turn 5, victory point totals are for the Deep Sea Elves. They have 2, and the Dark Elves have 10. So that just goes to show you, if it's really close and you want to keep going to get an absolute winner, just do another turn. One of these days, we'll make a campaign map so that we'll be able to show ongoing stuff, have a storyline behind it. But today is not that day. Still working on it. So, again, this has been Warboss Fitz. Thanks for joining me in the garage again on this wonderful Saturday morning. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the buttons, do all the things, comment, call me an idiot, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and hopefully we will improve every day because this is a work in progress. You all have a good rest of the weekend, or good rest of the week, or good rest of the day, depending on wherever and whenever you watch this. And remember, guys, don't take it so seriously. It's just man dollies.